This is one of the most difficult sets of this mock of the second section. In this set, there are 6 ladies who are traveling in a train. They are sitting in a block with 2 rows facing each other, with 3 ladies in each row. So it's simple. It's a problem of arrangement in 2 rows. Each of them has written a book in the subject of her interest. It means book written is related to interest, and everyone is reading a book written by one of the other ladies in the group, which means no lady reads reading the book which has been written by herself, and no 2 ladies are reading a book written by the same lady, which means no 2 ladies are reading the book which which has been written by a lady. It means every lady is reading a different book. It is also known that Aishwarya, who is sitting at a corner seat of a row, is reading the book on mathematics, which means she has not written the book on mathematics. She does not have interest in psychology. It means she has not written a book on psychology as well. And in the table, we have arrangement or things for 2 rows. First row, here we would write names, here the books they are reading, and this is for interest. Similar is the case for second row. As far as sitting at one of the seat of a row which is at a corner, so we can fix position of Aishwarya anywhere at a corner. So let's fix her position here, and she is reading a book on mathematics, which means she has not written a book on mathematics, and it is also given that she has not written a book on psychology. Now coming to the second statement, here we have Bibasa is reading a book written by the person sitting opposite her. We cannot use this information at this juncture because there are so many possibilities. Coming to the third statement, here it is saying Champi is sitting between the 2 ladies who have interest in mathematics and chemistry, is reading a book on biology, which means Champi is sitting at the middlemost seat of one of the rows. So the places that can be occupied by Champi are these 2. So let's consider Champi is sitting here. In that case, person who has interest in mathematics or chemistry will be here, and same will be the case here. We'll explore the second case later on. Now coming to the statement fourth, Dola sitting opposite to the lady who has interest in biology is reading a book on geology. Again, we cannot use this info at this juncture, otherwise we will have too many cases. Now come to the next statement. The lady who has interest in mathematics is sitting opposite to the lady who has interest in psychology. The lady who has interest in mathematics can sit here or here, is sitting opposite the lady who has interest in psychology. As we know that Aishwarya does not have interest in psychology, so lady who has interest in mathematics has to be there, and at this place we'll have the person who has interest in psychology. So from here we come to know that the person who has interest in psychology would sit there. Now let's come to statement 4 again. it is saying Dola sitting opposite the lady who has interest in biology is reading a book on zoology. So if Dola is here, then the lady who has interest in biology could be opposite to her, as we do not know about the interests of Aishwarya. And see, it means this is a possible place where Dola can sit. Now come to this, here Champi is already sitting, so it is not possible. Coming to this place, it is not possible because the person who would sit opposite to Dola in that case would be the person who has interest in psychology. Not possible. Similarly, this case would also not be a considerable case. And as we know that Champi is reading a book on biology, so she must not have interest in biology, so Dola cannot sit here as well. So only place where Dola can sit is this, and she is reading a book on geology. Now coming to statement 6th, here it is given that Geeta sitting next to the lady who has interest in zoology is reading a book on chemistry. Now when we consider this place for Geeta, which is possible, as the person who would be sitting next to her is Champi, and we do not know about her interest, so Champi could be the person who can have interest in zoology, and similarly this place would also be a possibility. But here it is not possible, because in that case the person who would be sitting on either side of Geeta would not have interest in zoology. So from here it is clear that Geeta has to sit at one of the corner position. And from statement 7 we come to know that Farah also sits at one of the can sit only at one of the corner position. In fact, it is given that she is sitting at one of the corner seat of a row. So from here it can be deduced that Bipasa is the person who has to sit here. And from here we come to know that the remaining two places are for Geeta and Farah only, and on further analysis we come to know that Geeta can sit at only this place, so Farah has to sit there. As we know that person who is sitting adjacent to Geeta has interest in geology, and it is also known that Farah, who is sitting at a corner seat of a row, is sitting next to the lady who has interest in astronomy, which means Champi has written a book on astronomy. Therefore Bipasa is reading a book on astronomy, as it is given that Bipasa is reading a book written by the person sitting opposite to her. It is also known that Geeta is reading the book on chemistry. So from here we get that Farah is reading a book on psychology. So this is the final arrangement that is possible when we consider Farah is sitting in a row opposite to the row in which Aishwarya is sitting, and when we consider the second case as we discussed earlier, that is Champi can sit next to Aishwarya as well, but in that case all the conditions would not hold, so this is not a possible case. So this is the only possible case where all the conditions hold. Now come to the questions. In first question it is asking who is sitting opposite to Champi. It is Bipasa. Option B is the correct answer. Coming to the next question, here it is asking which book is Miss Farah reading. Miss Farah is reading book on psychology. Therefore option A is the correct answer. In the next question it is asking Aishwarya is, as we have seen, Aishwarya is a biologist. Therefore option C is the correct answer. In this question we have to find which of the following pairs of ladies are not sitting opposite to each other. In first option we have Aishwarya and Lola, they are sitting opposite to each other, so A cannot be the correct answer. Same is the case with option B and C, therefore none of the first three options can be the answer. Hence option D is the correct answer.